What's going on, all my fellow fantasy basketball fans and everybody who loves basketball in general? Welcome to the Score Fantasy Basketball Podcast. I'm Wire Queen. Today I'm going to recap the Warriors at the Brooklyn Nets. This is one of the games that I picked to watch this week, and I'm going to talk about it a little bit. Make sure you hit the like button and you are subscribed to the channel. Let's just dive right into it. This wasn't a close game. I picked the Warriors to win for several factors. One being because there's no Kyrie Irving out there, and they don't seem to be deep with depth or with talent. To me, it's James Harden, KD, and then everyone else is unexpected wild cards. Just never know what you're going to get. And also, the Warriors were 11-1 at this time when I released the episode, and they pretty much are playing the best basketball out of all of the other teams in the NBA, and essentially they are the best team in the NBA right now, and to me, the favorites to win another championship. That's right, Steph looking to add another ring to that collection. So let's just dive right into the actual score. So the Warriors won 117-99. It wasn't a close game. BK was never really in the game, and again, in my opinion, they really didn't stand a chance unless Harden had 50 and a triple-double pretty much, and the same for KD. You got to realize they only scored 99 points, and KD only accounted for 19 of those points. So KD didn't have a good game. He shot 6 for 19 from the field, had 19 points. Just wasn't a good game. Wasn't a good game on the BK side at all. But the Warriors pretty much showed that they are a superior team, and if these two were to meet in the finals without Kyrie available, and the Warriors have all of their players back and healthy, it's not even going to be close. Pretty much, it just isn't. I could see KD being burned out by the time the finals get here if they don't address some of those issues prior to the playoffs, because they're not gonna be able to compete at a high level if all of these other teams in the Eastern Conference are at full strength and they're missing one of their top dogs, because Kyrie's going to give you at least 27 points, and he's clutch. If nothing else, he's clutch. So he is a huge component of what they were doing, and to not have him is a huge problem that they need to address. They even need to make a trade so they can get someone in there who's going to be able to produce at his level or give them something that they are lacking, whether that is defense, we can get from Ben Simmons, do the other little things, assists, rebounds, still going to get you about 15 points. So they're going to have to address that issue if they truly want to be able to compete in the postseason in the Eastern Conference, because I don't see them coming out of the East if they don't address the Kyrie Irving situation. Harden, he had an okay game, 24 points, 5 turnovers. That's obviously not good, but I've seen worse from him with turnovers, though. Just nothing else from the role players. Bruce Brown gave them 14 points, but again, not enough to compete. And if this is what it's going to be once the playoffs start, then they're not going to be able to hang in there. They need a third guy. A lot of these teams have 3 guys. The Warriors got a lot of guys, but nonetheless, they're going to be able to compete in the playoffs. In the Eastern Conference alone, they are going to have to get a third guy, because some of these teams in the East have really gotten better, and not just top heavy. We're talking about throughout their roster. So again, BK, make the move. Let's talk about what the Warriors had going on for them. Steph had 37 points, and I did say I wanted to see him hit 9 threes, and he was 9 out of 14, so he was on fire, okay? 63% from threes. That is just unacceptable. You should have been triple teaming Steph, in my opinion, unless somebody else beat us, because when he hits 9 threes, then that means, 1, he's on fire, obviously, and 2, he is having a high impact on the game. you got to take him out of the game. It's hard to do, but you got to find a way to do it. And somebody like Ben Simmons will really impact what Steph does because he's long and he plays great defense. So, BK, I'm giving y'all some advice out here. So, consider that. I mean, if you want to meet up with the Warriors, or if you have any intentions or plans to meet up with them in the finals, Ben Simmons will be a great addition, if nothing else, for defense for Clay and Steph. So come on now. What else did Steph do? 7 rebounds, 5 assists. And then Draymond was doing Draymond-like things. I said he would get a triple-double, but he didn't. Still 11.6 rebounds, 8 assists is fine. He showed up, had fun, and they won. And then Jordan Poole, once he's going to go back to the bench, he's going to be a really good player coming off the bench for them, because obviously I believe that once Clay is back and ready to take on his full load minutes wise, that's what's going to happen. And it's a good thing, because when you have this type of talent coming off the bench, like I said, they're going to be a huge problem for all of the teams in the West. I don't see anyone beating them right now the way they are playing in their depth. Okay, so Jordan Poole had 14 points, 4 assists, and he was terrible from threes. He ain't even hit one. He threw a big 0 out there, y'all. So he was 0 for 7 from threes. Some key takeaways: BK shot 38.6% from the field. Golden State shot 51% from the field, which was key in why they won. When I looked at the turnovers, I was surprised that Golden State had 22. However, BK really didn't capitalize on those turnovers, because they only had 11 points off of those turnovers. So that, to me, wasn't as effective. And then they out-rebound BK 53-38. So, to me, that is also where they won. And when you have, again, Steph hitting 9 threes, that's a problem. Although the Warriors as a team shot under 33% from threes, nonetheless, BK has a lot of work. Do I see them competing at a high level in the postseason? Well, when you have James Harden, and especially KD, one of the top 5 players in the world, in the league, you always have a chance, but you don't want to burn them out, because it feels like it's going to be what we watched last postseason, and you don't want to get to the postseason and KD's having to play all these excessive minutes, and he doesn't have anything left when it really counts. Well, we all know he's going to hit big shots, because he did. Nonetheless, they got to bring some more players in there. And what I mean by that is address the Kyrie Irving situation. Do not allow the trade deadline to approach and pass without you making a move to help KD and Harden once we get to the postseason, because that is what they built the team for, the postseason, right? That's why they got Harden, KD, and Kyrie together. Championships. Well, if they don't address the Kyrie Irving situation, I do not see them winning a championship. So they better wake up and smell the hardwood floors. So they better wake up. That's all I got to say. Need to wake up, make some moves, and even if you trade Kyrie and bring a few players in there to help with depth, you got to do something. I like the Ben Simmons factor, because I feel like that will elevate them over all of the teams in the Eastern Conference. Some people will say, well, they're already at that level because they have KD, and I understand that. But nonetheless, some of these teams in the East are better and built to sustain a deep postseason run where you're playing 7 games per series, potentially. I don't think BK is structured that way. Hence is why I'm saying a Ben Simmons trade would help, because if you have intentions of playing the teams like, say, Boston, if they make it, then guess what? You have someone like Ben Simmons who's going to play the hell out on defense. He's going to show up and show out pretty much, and he's going to affect what Jaylen Brown would do, what Tatum is going to do. And then if, say, you do meet up with the Hawks, so these are the teams that I'm thinking, even though right now the Hawks are really bad. Ben Simmons did have an impact on Trae Young's game. So again, if you have intentions of making it to the finals, Ben Simmons will definitely have an impact on the defensive end, and that will be tremendous, because if you're planning on going up against Clay, Steph, you're going to need somebody else. And right now, they don't have that other guy. All right, y'all. Y'all let me know your thoughts on the Warriors BK game, and if you feel like BK has the chance to make it to the finals with the current roster. All right. Make sure you hit the like button and you are subscribed to the channel. Y'all have a great day. Peace.